Everyone, thanks for joining our virtual global experience fair today. My name is Dan Collar and I'm from the Office of Global Experience. We have a session today with one of our program providers, ISA, and here to present on the program is our rep, Shelley Alfaro. Without further ado, Shelley.
Thank you, Dan. Let me go ahead and share my screen here. Okay, so maybe like a head nod if you can see it. Yeah, okay, perfect. I saw Kaylee. Okay, so ISA, yes, thank you so much, Dan, for that introduction. I'm gonna go ahead and move it. Oops. First, let me introduce myself. Again, my name is Shelley Alfaro. I am the Wisconsin ISA Regional Director, meaning I am the Whitewater campus rep for all things ISA. I studied abroad with ISA back in 2013. I did a semester in Paris, France. And I then became a global ambassador when I came back to my campus. I went to school at Texas State, and so for about a year and a half, I was a GA and a study abroad peer advisor on campus, promoting our programs, but also to connecting students with resources and various programs that my school offered. If you scan this QR code on this screen, it will actually take you to my virtual office. So I have a blog post about my experience. I also have our information sessions that we'll be hosting throughout the rest of the month of October, covering different topics like service learning, internships, summer programs, scholarships, as well as, our academic guides. But I'll dive in more throughout the presentation. And here are just a few photos from my times abroad with ISA as, as a professional, but as a student. So this is me in Paris back in the day. I luckily got to visit Italy. This is near Barcelona, a little bit north, and this is in Granada, Spain. So who is ISA? We're a leading provider for education abroad. We offer programs in 30 countries at over 100 host university partners. We believe study abroad is for everyone, so we offer programming, a good array of programming, whether that be study abroad, that traditional experience that we think of when we're thinking about studying abroad. We also offer internships abroad, service learning, research, and now to virtual experiences, as well as Christian faith-based programs. So that's our traditional study abroad programs, but with an added level of spiritual support. I'll dive into that a little bit more later in the presentation, but at least here you can see all of the locations where we offer programming, as well as Germany, that I think the name got cut off there. And so what do we do? Basically, from the moment that you're interested in studying abroad to the moment that you return from your program, we're here every step of the way. And we do that through like comprehensive advising support, helping you throughout the application process, and also through the pre-departure process, helping you set those expectations and learn about some of the cultural norms, transportation system, monetary system, so that you feel confident before stepping onto the plane, as well as once you arrive. Then once you arrive, we still have staff on site. So we do have several professionals there wherever you study to help you acclimate into your new local environment, as well as help you learn more about the city that you're visiting through cultural activities, excursions. And then when you return from your program, we also have our alumni team helping you support and connect everything that you learned abroad to your personal and professional goals. So, we're here to really make this really fun and exciting and easy process for you. So what do we provide? I kind dived a little bit into this in the last slide, but some things to highlight here, especially as we are now navigating a whole new era. We do have comprehensive health and safety support. So we do have, like I mentioned, staff on site. We have a 24/7 on-call number to help you if you get anything from the cold or, need to know, you know, where, if you lost your credit card, what to do. We do include housing in our program, excursions, culture activities. So for instance, on the ISA Paris program that I did, we got to visit Normandy. That was a weekend trip, and we got to visit museums and do some guided tours of different locations that we were visiting. We also include, the tuition at the university will help you through the visa, like the student visa that you need to get to study abroad in whatever country, and additional scholarships too because of our partnership with Whitewater. So I definitely encourage you to apply to those. And then, why study abroad? I think it's less than 5% of students actually study abroad during their college careers. So adding this experience to your resume does give you a competitive advantage once you begin job searching. And apart from that, there's numerous skills that you'll gain while you travel and study in a different location that will really distinguish yourself from other candidates and boost your employability. So all of these are some examples. Obviously, if your program has a language component, really flexing your foreign language skills and advancing in that through your program, getting outside of your comfort zone. I talked to several of our alumni, and they always say, I gained so much more independence traveling and studying abroad, and that has made me a better student. I'm much more on top of things, and I also feel a lot more comfortable traveling by myself. Also too, obviously, lifelong friendships. I am still really close with several students that I studied abroad with, and when in the area, I try to meet with them, or we try to plan a trip together. So you'll definitely meet a ton of people that will be in your life in the long run. Meeting needs for every student. Like I mentioned earlier, we have a wide variety of programs. And, depending on your type of goals that you want to accomplish while you're abroad, or you have specific needs for your major, there's different programs that will fit that. So like, for instance, if your major requires an internship, or you want some more practical experience to set yourself up for success in your career, internships would be a great program type for you. If you're, an education major, or going into something within social justice, I really encourage service learning, getting some more practical community service experience, but does have that added level of academic component to it. So you can really reflect on the work that you're doing in that local community and that host organization, and how that really ties into your personal goals and your professional goals, but also to your community back home and other community service experiences that you've done in the past. If there's some of these programs you want to do together, that's always a possibility, either through our host organization or through us. So we do offer study abroad plus internships, or study abroad plus service learning. And you can always add on these different modalities throughout your program. So time is on your side. We offer, again, a variety of programs, but 2 to fit your schedule. So anywhere from 2 to 3 weeks to a whole academic year. I think oftentimes students think, I don't have a semester or a whole year to dedicate to study abroad. We do have summer programs. Those are for a whole month, 2-month long, but we do have shorter terms, so 2 to 3 weeks. Intensive months, J-term, so J-term being that winter interim session. So if you're a student athlete, maybe you have a particular time you can go abroad, these would be great for that. And then just in case you weren't able to fit it in your undergrad career, and maybe you have some time over the summer, or you want to take some time before starting a job, we do have those internship opportunities that you can participate on And some of our short-term and summer programs too are really budget friendly. So being under 3,000, which is good if you just need a couple weeks throughout your summer time to go abroad. And then, I've said this so many times now, but we do have a lot of programs, and I know that can be a daunting task to kind of search and figure out what's the best fit for you, but that's what we're here for. We'll help you identify what is the best program for your major or your minor, or those requirements that you have for your degree. We have anything from biology to visual arts. We have the ISA academic guides with these program recommendations, highlighting different terms, different experiences, and different locations. And those can be found on my virtual office as well. And then for funding, 50% of our students actually use financial aid to pay for part of their program. So, if you already use financial aid, it's likely that you're able to apply this towards study abroad. 75% of our students received a grant or a scholarship or a discount directly to our ISA program. And because of our affiliation with Whitewater, like I mentioned before, there are additional scholarships you can apply for. But too, on our website, we have a ton of other scholarships you can check out. So if you, receive the Pell Grant, for instance, applying to the Gilman, we have a link for that on our website. We have a cost comparison worksheet so you can see what a semester like abroad would compare to a semester at Whitewater, or is a summer program or a semester a better bang for your buck. We have all those tools on our website that you can check out. And then lastly, like I said, connect with us. We're really here to help advise you on any of our program types or help you narrow down between two different programs that you're like, well, do I want to go to Granada, Spain, or do I want to go to Barcelona? And so we can chat more about the specifics of those locations and seeing what is a better fit for you. Then, of course, reach out to your study abroad office, obviously, just to confirm what the application requirements are to be approved as a Whitewater student to study abroad, knowing how your financial aid and scholarships that you have already in your financial package, how that can travel and work towards an ISA program, and then just having a better understanding of how those credits are transferred back to your home institution so that you have all your ducks in a row before applying or while you're applying to ISA program. So that's my presentation, though, Dan, and if y'all have more questions, I also have a couple other slides I can go cover. So I did want to kind of highlight these internships. So the internships abroad, they're available in 11 different countries. They vary in length. Depending, usually our summer programs, if students are doing them over the summer, that's really popular, 8 weeks long, and they'll start either in May or in June. And, you're working basically that full-time, either at startups or at an established business. It doesn't necessarily have to be in English too. Like if you're looking for something to practice your Spanish skills, this is a really neat opportunity to get that work experience while you're abroad. Now we offer the global remote internships. So these are either individual or team-based placements, and these two can vary. So if you are looking to, stay at Whitewater in the spring and get some international experience, you can do the part-time option too. So this would be while you're a student and you can get this type of experience. So we do help you prepare for that career, really, again, tying in those goals. We have different development tools and a class that you'll take to earn academic credit, both through that career coaching and reflection process between your supervisor, your career coach at ISA, and to the feedback that you provide too, because I think your experience on the program too helps you add to the level of your career competency. So those are just the extra slides that I had since this is a newer program type for students. But I will go back to the my virtual office slide so that if students watch this, you can always, again, take out your phone, go to your photo app to take a photo, and this will bring you to my virtual office.
Thank you, Shelley. Does anyone have any questions for Shelley?
Sure. What is your most popular program at ISA?
Yeah, so that's a really great question. Most of our students do go abroad in Spain with us. That's also too because we offer 8 different locations. So there's quite a number of places that students can go with us. Though outside of Spain, I will say Costa Rica, San Jose, Costa Rica is really popular. Prague is actually a really growing in popularity, as well as South Korea. I think K-pop obviously has a huge added benefit to studying abroad in Seoul. But you know, if you're really wanting to like dive into the local culture, we have Busan to really be able to dive in more outside of that big city bustle experience. And Thailand is also another really popular program with students now. And all of these locations I've mentioned have a more affordable and very comparable cost to a semester here in the US. So for instance, Thailand and Fiji are less than $10,000 for a whole semester. And then like in San Jose and several programs in Spain, programs are about like 13,000 or less. So there are a lot of budget friendly programs too to compare to a semester at Widewater. Though, of course, like I mentioned earlier, we have summer programs too that are really popular.
Okay, any further questions for Shelley? Okay. Well, I'm sure as students view the materials and they're seriously considering studying abroad, we'll get more questions at that time. So, Shelley, thank you so much for your presentation.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I'm glad we were able to connect today. I can stop.